Time is not just a measure of minutes, it is a measure of life. Every tick of the clock is a silent echo of a life that is either being maximized or wasted. The value of your life is equal to how you spend your time. You don't lose time, you invest it. And if you are not intentional about how you use it, others will decide how you spend it for them. The richest people in the world, the most impactful leaders, the inventors, the builders, the visionaries, none of them had more than 24 hours in a day. The difference is never in time available, but in how that time is used. Time doesn't lie, it exposes your priorities. If you spend 3 hours scrolling through distractions, you are not wasting time, you are revealing what you have made important. Every decision about time is a decision about destiny. If you want to measure someone's future, look at what they do daily. What you repeatedly do with your hours becomes the structure of your future. Procrastination is not a problem of time management, it is a problem of purpose misunderstanding. When you don't know the weight of your assignment, you take your hours lightly. Time is the currency of destiny, and you spend it daily, whether wisely or not. Every morning you wake up, you are handed a blank check of 24 hours. Some spend it buying growth, development, impact. Others spend it on entertainment, gossip, and excuses. Time cannot be stored, paused, or duplicated. Once today is gone, it becomes either a seed or a regret. You don't get to choose how much time you're given, but you do choose how you use it. The difference between average and great is found in the invisible decisions made during quiet moments. Greatness is not built in events, it is built in hours. Time reveals who you are serving. Whether it's your calling or your comfort, your hours will prove it. Your time is not really yours. It is borrowed, entrusted, and you will give account for it. If you waste time, you are abusing the gift of life itself. Time is the only resource that once lost can never be recovered. You don't find time, you make time for what matters. Purpose is the compass that gives every moment its direction. Without a clear sense of purpose, time becomes a cycle of random activity with no lasting impact. Purpose is what transforms a routine into a mission. It turns the mundane into the meaningful. People who understand their purpose never ask, "What should I do with my day?" They already know, because purpose has predecided their priorities. Purpose eliminates confusion and invites clarity. It doesn't just answer what to do, it answers why to do it. Time without purpose leads to exhaustion, frustration, and ultimately regret, because you may be busy but not effective. You can be running fast but in the wrong direction. It is not enough to be moving. You must be moving with intention. Every hour must serve something greater than itself, and purpose is what gives that hour value beyond the moment. When you know why you exist, you become selective with your time. You say no more often, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. You stop measuring your day by how much you did, and begin measuring it by how much moved you closer to your assignment. Time spent without purpose is like water poured into sand. Nothing is built, nothing remains, but time poured into your calling is like water on a seed. It produces, it multiplies, it sustains. You don't need more time, you need more clarity of purpose. Many people live tired because they are using their energy in too many directions that don't connect to who they were born to be. Purpose simplifies your life and organizes your time. It puts your relationships in order, your work in perspective, and your choices into alignment. When you wake up knowing what you are here for, you don't wait for motivation to act, because purpose fuels consistency. Purpose doesn't compete, it focuses. You're not trying to do everything, you're trying to do the one thing that matters most. When you use your time according to purpose, even your rest becomes intentional, even your leisure becomes preparation. Purpose-filled people don't have time to waste because they recognize the value of each moment. They treat time like treasure, not trash. They don't ask how much time something takes, they ask if it's worth their purpose. When you discover your why, your 24 hours stop being a burden and become a battlefield where destiny is either won or lost. Desire alone changes nothing. Wanting a better life, dreaming of impact, imagining success, all of it remains empty potential without discipline. Discipline is the invisible bridge that carries vision from imagination to reality. Everyone desires something great, but only the disciplined build it. Discipline is the willingness to say no to what is easy so you can say yes to what is eternal. It is not punishment, it is alignment. It brings your body under control, your emotions under submission, and your time under order. A person without discipline is like a car with no steering wheel. There may be fuel, there may be speed, but no control. Discipline is what protects the value of your time. It is not about perfection, it is about consistency. The disciplined don't always feel inspired, but they do what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when it's unnoticed. Discipline trains your time to submit to your priorities. It teaches your mouth to speak less and your actions to produce more. It commands your morning and governs your night. Without discipline, time leaks through excuses and distractions. But with discipline, even a small amount of time can create massive results. You cannot manage time without mastering self. Self-discipline is the foundation of time management. It determines what you read, what you eat, who you talk to, what you watch, and what you give your energy to. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It creates them through consistency. Discipline is what turns a schedule into a strategy. It converts ordinary days into extraordinary outcomes. If you can master your routine, you can master your future. Most people fail not because they don't have enough time, but because they don't have enough discipline to use the time they have. Every time you delay what is necessary, you train your mind to tolerate mediocrity. But every time you push through laziness, you build the muscles of destiny. Discipline builds the habits that carry you when motivation fades. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it is powerful. It is the hidden force behind every great achievement, every strong leader, every lasting impact. Talent may open the door, but only discipline keeps you inside. Dreams are free, but discipline is the price, and those who refuse to pay that price will watch time pass them by, while others build legacies with the same 24 hours. Convenience is the enemy of legacy. What is easy in the moment is rarely what is eternal in impact. If your time is always spent choosing comfort over calling, you will live a life full of temporary pleasures, but empty of permanent meaning. Legacy is built when you choose what is necessary over what is natural. It demands that you prioritize what will outlive you, not just what entertains you. The clock is ticking, and every decision is either moving you closer to impact or deeper into distraction. A legacy is not a product of age, it is a result of daily choices. Your 24 hours are seeds, and what you prioritize determines the harvest. If you spend your day chasing applause, you may gain popularity but lose purpose. If you give your energy to things that feel good but build nothing, you will wake up one day with memories but no inheritance. You must learn to say yes to what stretches you and no to what simply soothes you. Time is not neutral. It either builds or breaks, and convenience has a seductive voice. It tells you to rest when you should be working, to scroll when you should be studying, to settle when you should be sowing. But legacy demands sacrifice. It requires that you think beyond today. It asks the question, will this decision matter in 5 years or only 5 minutes? The world celebrates quick success, but true impact is slow, steady, intentional. You cannot build legacy in a hurry, and you cannot build it without structure. What you prioritize reveals what you believe about your future. If you value comfort more than contribution, your legacy will reflect it. Great men and women of history did not live for themselves. They lived for something greater. They understood that their time was not just about survival, but significance. They were not ruled by convenience. They were led by conviction. Legacy builders are time investors. They don't spend hours, they plant them. They recognize that every moment has eternal potential. What you write, who you mentor, what you build, how you serve. These are the echoes of time well spent. Convenience asks, what's easy for me now? But legacy asks, what will bless others after I'm gone? Your schedule is either building your name or building your nation. Choose wisely.